Hello, and welcome to Convinced Catholicism, a place for all things Catholic. Today, I have the new St. Joseph Sunday Missal. This is, as the title suggests, a missal just for Sundays, although there are some feast days, and it is a post-Vatican II missal. And this is, I would say, one of the more popular ones, and I would say that it's a very well-organized one. So if you really want to go into detail about the words of the Mass and it's just Sundays, this is a great option for you. Just to show you some size aspects, right? So this is 4.5 inches and 6.5-ish inches tall, and then we have here 1.5 inches thick. So this is not by any means a small book, but it's not a large book either. This is very much, you walk into church with this and you have it in your lap and you read along, or you put it on the back part of the pew in front of you and you rest it there, and it's very convenient. Let's compare it, say, to the daily missal that I reviewed previously. If you haven't seen that video, please check it out. The St. Paul Daily Missal. We can see that it's considerably smaller in every way. The one thing I will say, though, is that, this is just Sundays. That is for every single day of the year. And this should tell you that there is a lot of information in this. And so let's go inside that and we'll see what I'm talking about. First of all, this is a very, very fake leather. They're not trying to fool anyone here. This is just meant to be a durable, very malleable plastic, right? So again, they're not trying to fool anyone. This is meant to last years and years and years and years. So the order of the Mass would be the first thing. The Mass text for each Sunday, so that would be Prosper. Pastoral helps with catechism. We'll take a look at that. Proper of Saints. So this could function as a daily missal of sorts if you really knew what you were doing. Wedding Mass, Treasury of Prayers. We'll take a look at that. And the indices, the index portal. Okay, so we see here that it's laid out year by year, and the last year that this goes to is, it turns out, 2016. Okay, so this is an older version. By the way, this is from Justin Messer, a longtime viewer and supporter of the show, so thank you very much, Justin. So, or no, it doesn't. It goes to 2016, but that's not to worry. We're in year C. So how would we figure this out? So it is the 11th Sunday of Ordinary Time. It's good that I show you what to do. I originally had it ribboned off to, well, this feast is still accurate, but I originally had it ribboned off with several ribbons, and we'll get to that in a moment, but it's a little bit tangled here. But I'll show you what that could look like later on. So we know that it's the 11th Sunday of Ordinary Time. And if the calendar is outdated like this one, you can always check on the internet. So 10th Sunday, 11th Sunday, and we are in year C, and it's a Monday, but so we might as well set it to the 12th. So year A, year B, year C. So we can see that the 11th Sunday Ordinary Time, year C, will 12th. And there we go. So the 12th Sunday of Ordinary Time. And then we have a theme here with some good art. For the Catholic Book Publishing Company, this is better art than usual. This is not abstract in any way. So we can see here the entrance antiphon, the opening prayer, an alternative collect. I wish they called it collect here. First reading, so on and so forth, right? And then the gospel and etc. So we can see here that it's that. And so if you wanted to follow along, you would have to go to the first 10 pages, and they're marked in red. So you don't really need a marker for that, but it would be nice. And that is where either holy cards, like this one here, or a set of extra ribbons would come into place. So let's just pretend that we don't have any prayer cards, but we do have ribbons. We have, and these are available on Amazon, and I'll put a link down to it in the description. We have this, and what this does is you can insert it in the binding here. You can see that there. You can open it up, and you can just insert it there. It goes in very easily, and then you would ribbon them off. So let's go and do that. So the liturgy of the word, let's go to the actual start of the Mass. So here would be the start of the Mass, and let's just put a ribbon down there. Okay, and then let's see what the table of contents is. So we see what the ordinary of the Mass is. Then we have the Mass text for each Sunday. We've already put a ribbon there. Pastoral helps. Let's take a look at that. 1531 to 1543. '41 to 1543. So we can see that it's quite literally just the basic overview of Christianity. So if someone was maybe a convert or less familiar with what some of the practices of the church were, they could save a ribbon there. And then probably something else that they should you should probably do is keep ribbons in the A, B, and C's as well, because here they're separate. In other missals, they're all together, which I understand why they approached this, but it may approach it this way, but it may have been easier just to have the ABCs all together. But I think that's just a personal preference, right? So let's put the ribbon here. And so you could see here that there are different feast days that you could put the ribbons in. So overall, this book, I would say, goes into a lot more depth than other days. And as you can see here, the major feast days, like the most upcoming one is the birth of St. John the Baptist, at least in this book. The previous one is the Annunciation. So this is, of course, an immovable feast. The movable feasts will all have special rites, so, or an order of prayer. So the Nativity of John the Baptist has everything here, and then the next one after that is probably Peter and Paul. Yes, Peter and Paul, there we go. And then after that would be the Transfiguration, it seems. Okay, so I would say that it's a good idea to get some ribbon markers or some holy cards. Probably there are too many ribbons for the set that I will put in the link down below. I would say put the holy cards. But I would say for someone who really does not have any plans of going to daily Mass or just on the holy days of obligation and the major feasts, this is a great option. I personally would prefer the daily Missal, but we will. I will say that this is for Sunday goers only. That they just go on Sundays. This is the option because this is a heavy, bulky option, and it's not easy to necessarily put in your car. I go to Mass with my wife, thank God, but you know, if she's driving, I'm keeping it in my lap. If she's driving it, if I'm driving, she's keeping it in her lap, and I don't really feel like if I put it in the car, it'll just kind of shift around in the car and it would be hard to access, right? This is much better. You can kind of put this in the inside of the door, right? That's much easier. So 1544, Treasury prayers, right? So this could be a one-stop shop for all. 1544. So let's take a look at the Treasury of prayers. That's on the next page here. So we have a morning prayer, and we have a night prayer, or night prayers, and then the basic Catholic prayers that we have here. And then some a prayer to Mary, Stations of the Cross, which makes sense. You would be using this in a parish anyway. And then the mysteries of the Rosary. And then just general prayers for various occasions. And so you also have here certain like penitential prayers, which is very nice as well. Examination of conscience. So this is, I would say, for many people, a one-stop shop. If they don't want to do a particular order of prayers, like say a little office or even the breviary or the liturgy of the hours, this is a good option for them in the fact that they have their morning and evening prayers. They have devotionals that they would be doing with the parish, most likely, such as the Rosary and the Stations of the Cross and Adoration, right? And then they have the Sundays. So if someone wants to go from just being a Sunday Catholic to maybe a little bit more than that, this is a great book for that. And I would say that in comparison to the other publications by Catholic Book Publishing Company, this one is a much better format with the text as well as with the art. Although, coincidentally, here is some, I wouldn't say that that's bad art. It looks more like stained glass, but I would say overall the art is better. So thank you again, Justin, for sending me this book. I really appreciate it. And if you like this video, please sure to like, comment, and subscribe. I do have a locals page at the time of, so you can support me monthly if you wanted to. At the time of this recording, we are very, very, very close to 1,000 subscribers. I will be doing a live Q&A. I've done one live video and it was a whole lot of fun. And I hope to have fun with my viewers and my fans in the very short future. But thank you very much and God bless. Take care.